When you hear the name Vince Gilligan, you immediately think of stories that dig deep into the shadows of human nature, tales where moral decay creeps in slowly, almost unnoticed. He's the master of showing a good man turning bad, unraveling the threads of conscience and temptation until there's nothing left but raw, uncomfortable truth. With Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, Gilligan didn't just tell stories. He dissected the dark corners of the human heart, exposing the fears and desires that drive us all. His characters are never simple. They're complex studies in contradiction, constantly wrestling with what makes us who we are and what we might become under pressure. Now, Gilligan is back with a bold new vision, Pluribus, flipping the script on everything we expect from him. This time, the story doesn't begin in chaos or crime, but in a world that has become, on the surface, absolutely perfect. No war, no crime, no conflict. Everyone is happy, or at least that's how it seems. Smiles are everywhere, and harmony reigns. The secret? An alien virus has rewired the human brain, erasing pain and linking minds in a state of blissful unity, making contentment the new normal. But even in this flawless world, a dark underbelly lurks just beneath the surface, hinting that perfection comes at a price. Instead of a man breaking bad, Gilligan now shows us a world that has, in a sense, broken good, where sameness and peace hide something deeply unsettling. He poses a provocative question. What if our idea of good isn't what we think it is? What if happiness itself can be twisted? Pluribus turns the ultimate goal of human existence, happiness, into a source of dread, making us question the very nature of our desires. It forces us to ask if we truly understand what we wish for, or if our dreams could become our nightmares. It's a classic Gilligan setup, but this time, everything is seen through a warped, smiling lens, where the pursuit of perfection might just be the scariest story of all. The world of Pluribus is a masterpiece of subtle horror, a place where the surface shimmers with tranquility and order. At first glance, it seems like a utopia, an ideal society where conflict is a distant memory and harmony reigns supreme. On the surface, everything is wonderful. Former enemies embrace, communities thrive, and every interaction is filled with warmth and acceptance. People from all walks of life come together, united by a sense of shared purpose. The color palette is bright and warm, with serene smiles everywhere. The air itself seems lighter, as if the world has been washed clean of pain and strife. The alien pathogen, the harmony, makes people their best selves. It smooths away rough edges, erases anger, and fills every heart with contentment. They share a common wavelength, working seamlessly for the collective good. Cooperation is effortless, and every project is a testament to unity. But the cracks in this perfect facade begin to show. Beneath the smiles, a quiet unease lingers, almost invisible but impossible to ignore. Art is bland, music lacks depth, and jokes aren't funny. Creativity has faded, replaced by a safe sameness that leaves everything feeling hollow. The world has lost its edge, its soul. Every space is immaculate, but nothing feels truly alive or personal. It's a beautiful, boring paradise, a gilded cage where perfection suffocates the spirit. The city gleams, but the silence is deafening. A family dinner is perfect, but lacks new ideas. Conversation is polite, but no one dares to challenge or surprise. This placid consensus is the true horror of Pluribus. Individuality is sacrificed for peace, and the cost is a world without passion or dissent. Gilligan reveals that in achieving peace, we've lost individuality and passion. The world is safe, but the price is the very thing that makes us human. Our spark, our unpredictability, our soul. At the center of this placid world is Carol, a celebrated author who, for reasons no one can explain, remains immune to the harmony. a mysterious force that has swept across the globe, erasing sorrow and pain from every heart but hers. While humanity basks in a new era of effortless bliss, Carol remains stuck in the old world, unable to join in the laughter that now fills every street and home. She is the last unhappy person on Earth, a living relic of anxiety and discontent, haunted by memories of struggle and loss that no one else can recall. Her life is a special kind of hell, surrounded by smiling faces that seem almost alien, their joy a constant reminder of her own isolation. Her friends and family treat her with pitying concern, offering comfort she cannot accept, their sympathy tinged with confusion and helplessness. Even her agent, once her fiercest supporter, tells her that no one wants her dark, complicated books anymore. Stories of heartbreak and longing have no place in this new world. She is utterly alone, an island of misery in an ocean of joy, her pain invisible to those who have forgotten what suffering feels like. Carol's immunity makes her the show's unwilling protagonist, a witness to a world that has moved on without her. She is the world's memory, its ghost, carrying the weight of emotions that everyone else has shed. Her struggle is against happiness itself, a battle to preserve the right to feel deeply, even if it means feeling pain. She fights for her right to be miserable in a world that deems misery obsolete, refusing to let go of the complexity that once defined humanity. Carol is the only one who remembers what it was like to have a bad day, to feel the sting of disappointment and the ache of longing. Her very existence questions the value of universal happiness, challenging the idea that a world without sadness is truly complete. She is a mess of contradictions, lonely yet proud, broken yet resilient, but undeniably herself, the last unhappy soul in a world that has forgotten what unhappiness means. Pluribus is a philosophical inquiry into humanity. It asks if a world of perfect harmony is truly perfect. The show argues that pain and conflict are essential to life. Without sadness, can there be true joy? Pluribus suggests not. The happiness is flat and shallow, a baseline state. There is no drive for progress or innovation. The human race is a stagnant pond, beautiful but lifeless. The most profound loss is individuality. The shared consciousness erases personality. The show asks if global unity is worth sacrificing the self. Carol, in her lonely existence, symbolizes this choice. In a perfect world, being oneself is the most radical act. Pluribus presents a dystopia of contentment. There are no oppressive regimes, just a lack of free will. The horror is in what has been taken without consent. People are robbed of free will and emotional range. Carol sees the bars of this invisible cage. Her anger is met with infuriating concern. The true terror is its politeness, smothering dissent with kindness. Pluribus turns the idea of utopia on its head. Friction and passion are essential to identity and creativity. A world without them is a world of smiling automatons. Humanity is cured of its own humanity. Only one person remembers that the cure might be worse than the disease. Despite its themes, Pluribus is deeply funny. Gilligan finds comedy in bleak situations. The humor comes from Carol's cynicism clashing with optimism. Every interaction is awkward comedy. Carol's tirades are met with cheerful agreement. Her frustration hits a wall of pleasantness. The mundane details of this perfect world are absurd. A popular show is a live stream of sleeping puppies. Music is ambient spa tones. Leaders announce kittens are adorable. The comedy sharpens the show's serious themes. It makes you laugh at the darkness before realizing the abyss. Pluribus mirrors our modern world and desires. We curate lives of perfect happiness on social media. The harmony virus is the ultimate filter, applied to reality. It erases life's messy parts, leaving a polished surface. People live in a world of permanent good vibes. Carol resists this pressure, representing authentic experience. Her unhappiness is rebellion against forced positivity. Negative emotions are essential to a full human experience. Pluribus encourages self-examination. How much identity do we sacrifice for harmony? The show presents extremes, leaving us to question happiness. It challenges us to find balance without erasing uniqueness. Happiness is the ultimate goal in our culture. Pluribus boldly questions the value of happiness. Gilligan portrays universal happiness as a horror story. It's a risky choice, challenging familiar tropes. The show explores ambiguity, presenting both sides. Carol's suffering makes us question freedom's worth. The New World's peace has its appeals. The show lives in the gray area, trusting the audience. Pluribus stands out as true artistic courage. It provokes, challenges, and disturbs. It turns a feel-good show inside out. It asks the hardest questions, even if answers are unwelcome. Today, our world feels divided. We yearn for peace and happiness amid turmoil. Pluribus is a timely cautionary tale. It warns us to be careful what we wish for. Our desire for harmony risks silencing dissent. Carol is a hero for our age, championing authenticity. She reminds us of the value in struggles. Her defiance is a stand for complete humanity. Pluribus is vital social commentary. It challenges us to unite without erasing uniqueness. The show frames the question, not the answer. Humanity is defined by our struggle to understand happiness.